Mwana nali ndi awo gayina nkuba kabina. I just stand. Eyaliwo gwe nakuba olwe.
Okay, me, I would have done it like violently.
How would you have reacted?
I would have pounced on the guy. Me, I told you. I would have I first put the mic down. I pounced. They first get you out.
When we are kunyiga, we are kwata. Say yakwata ko.
Yagala kunyiga ne tutamu a chance.
Hi guys, my name is Joshua from Mbu.ug and this is the Chit Chat show. On this show today we talk about sexual harassment. You must have watched a couple of videos of singers especially being groped, being touched forcefully by music fans during concerts, during even video shoots. This happens often in the case of dancers and vixens without somebody touches you without their consent. Anyway, we'll be talking to a couple of celebrities here and there. We've talked to socialites, we've talked to media personalities, dancers, vixens, even victims. On this show, they will be telling us what they think of the vice, what causes it, what are the myths, what are people focusing on, and it's not the main point, how can it be avoided, and so much more. But to first ask you a question, what do you understand with sexual harassment? When somebody says sexual harassment, what comes to your mind?
Me, I would describe sexual harassment by, in my own understanding, I can say that or if someone comes, whether it's my boyfriend or not, and touch me without my permission, that's sexual harassment. Yeah? So, even my boyfriend, there is a point where we are not in good terms or I'm not in my moods. There are some men who use force. You have sexual harassed me. Yeah? However much we are husbands and wife or we are in a relationship, you don't have to do that.
Sexual harassment, maybe just to give you an example. For example, if I am minding my own business, I am strolling around the streets of Kampala, and then some random guy intentionally touches my boob, or touches my bum, or squeezes it, or whatever. To me, that is sexual harassment. That is the example I can give you.
Sexual harassment is when you force somebody into a sexual act forcefully without them agreeing, and yeah, that's how harassment in sex can be, when you force somebody to do something that they don't want to do.
So sexual harassment is in various forms. However, in the industry, it's not that sexual harassment is new, like in Chakajawa. It's only that people have just started giving it attention now. Nenga chochi badeo from long time. You get?
Anytime anyone mentions sexual harassment, to me, it's being into a sexual intercourse, anything to do sexually with someone which is forced, something you don't want, something you haven't acknowledged of, something you just don't want to do, and someone forces you into it. That is sexual harassment.
I would describe it as an act of offense. Ngoli taina lukusa, lukola chintu cheba mugambye, naye ate n'obeera abused sexually. For example, ngoli omukyalo oli bw'anajjanga ali ku stage n'amukwata ku bbeere, era nga bw'alaba we nali embaale, fani najja ng'ayagala kunsumulula zipu. Okitegeera nti mulala ayinza okukitekinga lightly mu maaso ge, naye gwe babeera bakikoze tekikuleka kye kimu. Jjukira nti naffe tubeera ku mulimu. When an artist comes out on stage to perform, it's like somebody ng'ayingidde edduuka lye oba office ye, omuntu abeera ku mulimu gwe. So oli bw'ajja n'akola ekintu ng'ekyo, one, kikwaffectinga gwe ng'omuntu, kitandinga performance down. Ekyokubiri, obeerako n'abantu abalala abakukeyaringako. Amayimbi abamu bafumbo, abakyala abo balina babba baabwe bakambwe. So oyinza omukola ekintu awo ku stage ng'agenda kuddayo waka ng'emisango gy'alina owooza mingi. So this is a kind request to our dear customers and our fans that we love so much. We need to draw a line for the respect, because tubeera mu office nga naffe tukakkalabya.
I will say no. Yeah, I will say no. As I know myself, it's a big no. Because you cannot do it and you stay like as you are.
Yes, as we all know, I've been raped, not once, but twice, and that is something even bigger than sexual harassing me. But I have a few friends that have gone through it, and I think we go through it every day, but people haven't understood what it is yet. So it's a lot of work, and it's about time we start educating people what it means being raped, sexually harassed, sexually everything. It's about time we start teaching people, because I've realized it's a tradition that it's a culture that we haven't been raised into. Today you find a Ugandan man hitting you on your back, on your bums. Back in the days, we used to look at it as obakwana. Some women look at it as, oh, someone is actually loved my body, or someone is trying to speak to me, but that is sexually harassing you. You're touching my ass without any consent. So that means that is sexually harassing me.
Man, to be honest, nga begambye nti obeera oli ku mulimu obeera ng'okola. It was partly fun, but I took an offense. Chovolaba na mujjako mukono ne mugamba, please don't do it.
At that moment, trust me, you can do anything. You can just react anyhow. So it isn't the best reaction, but if it has come at that point, I would react too. Like that, yes, because that is disrespect. And if you disrespect me and yet I've respected you, I've come to perform for you, then that doesn't really make sense. So I would do exactly the same. Yeah, because if I've given you my respect for... No. By the time you've touched me, that's already violence. So I'm going to come back with violence too. Yeah.
I was in my S6 vacation, and I was doing some window shopping downtown, I remember. So those days I would even go down to a window, you know, those things like trying to do some shopping, random shopping. And then this guy decided to grab my boob, like press my boob literally. It was very hurting. And then surprisingly, other people were actually applauding. Men, fellow men were like, hey! I felt so embarrassed. I felt so bad. Okay, and at that point, my boobs were still growing actually. So they were paining, man. Because I think because I wasn't putting on a bra, so they were a bit pointed. I don't know why the guy got the idea of, you know, maybe he was trying to prove whether it's my boob or something. I don't know whether I was putting on a bra or not. So to me, I'll never forget that.
One time we were in Club Venom Gechali was. Remember those days? Yeah. Mwana nali ndia guy nankuba kabina. Yeah, the guy tapped my ass, you know. I just turned, you know, and I think I slapped the right guy. Because, trust me, after the guy nayagala akole, you know, and I knew, of course, I'm a weak person, sisobola kurana. So what I did, nenes come, nengenda.
The kick is the first thing that comes to your mind. The boxing, depending on where someone is touching you. If you come straight to my chest, definitely I'm gonna hit your face because you're not my man. I don't know you. Why are you reaching for my titty? That is sexually harassing me. It's just because I'm in your face. And it's a problem of looking at women as sexual objects. But it's more than that. We are beautiful, we have our bodies, we love our bodies, and no matter how someone is dressed, nobody has the right to sexually harass them. So the only way you react is definitely by, if it's down, I'm gonna kick your face, and sometimes I would actually make sure I damage it. God forgive me, I shouldn't get to that point. But definitely, it's self-defense. You're always going to hit back. You're always going to defend yourself, depending on how somebody's touched you.
Okay, me, I would have done it like violently.
How would you have reacted?
I would have pounced on the guy. Me, I told you. I would have pounced. I first put the mic down. I pounced. They first get you out. Then I come back on stage. Yeah, these people should know their limit. That is it. They're those who overdo it though.
How would you want us to react? Ngende bandopa oyo omuntu ku police, then later on atekeyo akasente bamute, right? So nze akyehandolingidde ng'omuntu, I think it's better that way. Nonkwatako nkuteera oluhi kalas. n'omanya nti n'abala ne bakulabirako titolina kukwata mukazi wootyo okiraba. Yeah, so for me it's okay. I don't really blame anyone.
If a fan, my friend, me, I don't tolerate nonsense.
I think that is the best way. First of all, they're on the job. They are performing for crying out loud. They're not in church. They are performing. So if you're not comfortable with their dress code, don't watch them. Don't go and attend the shows. They're not going to go and perform in a Gomasi. Unless someone has a Chidula song, for example. It's an upbeat song. It's a club song. Why would she come on the stage when she's all dressed up, she's all covered up? Maybe that is the way she expresses herself. That is the way she feels the song. Maybe that's the way she gets the vibe and everything. But if you feel like I am so indecent, then don't come and attend the shows. Me, I really support those artists who come out, or whoever who come out and they try to defend themselves. Yeah, try to put sense into these guys. You kick them.
It's not the best way to react, but man, mulimu ekintu ekijjako wire there and then. Yeah, I would respect Ruga because of the thing he did. Me as Ritah Dancehall, I know my anger. I cannot respect. I cannot treat a fan like that way, because I'm short-tempered. Simanyi neshe ekomao. Yeah, because that is too wrong, Bambi. It's too bad.
I would love to actually say this to a fan. Fans, it's about time you stopped. They stopped deciding on how I have to look. I choose how to look. I might be a celebrity. Yes, you're going to look at me, you're going to admire me. But can you admire me in my comfort zone? We all have different ways of dressing. We respect, every woman should be respected, no matter how they dress. If Winnie Nwaj is a dancehall queen, why should you be bothered about how she dresses? This is how she feels comfortable, and she looks amazing to me. I would never tell Winnie Nwaj to change her dress code for anything, because it also comes with the job she's doing, with the kind of music she's doing. Rema is doing wedding music, doing all the love music. So, and also it's her own life. She chooses how to dress. Winnie chooses how to dress. I choose how to dress. Caro, everybody should be free to be who they want to be, dress how they want to dress, and that doesn't mean you can actually sexually harass these people. Our dress code shouldn't matter. It's all up in your head, and it's up to you to learn that a woman is supposed to be respected no matter how they are dressed. They are still women. Respect their bodies, period.
No, I don't agree. Because by the time an artist has put on something like that, they want to look different from you who is in the crowd. So if I've put on my skimpy, nice outfit, it doesn't give you any authority for you to touch me. Okay, maybe you can take pictures with me, we can, hang out, but if you touch me disrespectfully, then I don't think that's a problem to the artists. No, they want to present themselves very well. They want to dress up nicely. They want to put on their skimpy things. That's their right, But it's not nice if you disrespect me by touching me and making me feel bad about my whole, outfit.
Yeah, people don't like people who wabango yambadde bubi bagenda kulaba mu gundi ekirala mu kifaananyi ekirala bagenda kulaba nga malaya, and that will never change. You're going to be judged according to how you address yourself. Kitegeera? Yeah, so oli wabanga ayambadde obumpi ne bamukwatako akigumire munnange yasazeewo okwambala we batyo oli abafaani wooyenga afaani agabanaize nengwata kubinga we bakiba kiwedde.
No, that's not true. Nga bwe gambye abeera ku mulimu gwe, abeera mu office, ye outfit naye gy'akoleramu. Nga bwe tugenda oba n'osanga omusawo nga ayambadde lab coat ye, lwaki tojja n'ogamba oba kamukwate ku matama oba kamukisinge kubagenda oba okitegeera. So ne artist bw'aba ayambadde mu ngeri gy'ayambadde, kikirize nti aze mu office ate onyumirwe services mu ngeri respectful, because omulala ayinza okureactinga obubi.
Just perverted thoughts, perverted minds. Let me tell you something. That time when that guy sexually harassed me, I was putting on decently. Yeah, there are those who can be turned on about. Even though let me say, there are people, we are different. Yeah, and we have different characters, we grew up from different backgrounds. Someone can just see you and then draws a picture. I can look at you, you're dressed up, but me, I'm seeing you as if you're naked. So it doesn't make sense, even though I put on, well, even though I'm all covered up, even though I'm not covered up, if someone is perverted, they're still perverted, okay? They'll still undress you if they want to, and they'll paint pictures and, you know, all that kind of stuff. So to me, that shouldn't be an excuse.
That is interacting with the crowd, like seriously.
But you don't have the fans' consent to rub your booty on his body.
Okay,
That's harassment.
yes, that's harassment, but then if the fan refuses, why would I continue? If the fan is engaging, I would continue because he is or she is having fun and they're, you know, engaging with me. But then
This fan is also going to ask you,
yeah,
if I touch you, if you like, if I want, I can.
it also comes to a point whereby, how do you touch me? Are you gonna touch me on the shoulder? I'm not gonna be like, yo, but the way you touch me is the way is the whole problem. It's the one that is gonna cause the problem. It's me, yeah, the reaction, how I'm going to react towards your whole, you know, touching.
Personally, I'm not that kind of person, and if I'm to do it, I seek the fans' consent. For example, nyizo kuyita nga mali omuwala ayagala tuzinemu fenna, you know, nemusabira bwe ndaba nga going overboard, nemustopping. So this comes back to artists as well. Tuleke ku insinuating situations because abantu babera batamidde. Ojja kuvaayo odabinga omusajja nga yakwegomba dakola bulabi mu TV. Akole ekyensonyawo, you know. So naffe fenyini nga ba artist tubeere nga tulina control. You know, they say security is mental. So tugezeko kubeera safe mu ngeri gye tu executing emirimu gyaffe because abantu bano olumu babeera they have this mad love, like they love you madly, you know. So this is a situation where you have to balance. Naye nga on a larger extent kisinga kuva eri ku bafani.
So the thing is to the fans out there, the minute someone calls someone on stage and you raise your hand, let's say it's Liza Bafana, that is a dancehall king. You're not going to dance Maganda. You're not dancing Maganda on stage. You know what you're getting yourself into. So if you don't want this to happen to you, please don't raise your hand up. Save yourself. Don't go on stage. Stay down, enjoy the music. Don't let things happen to you. Once you go on stage, you've said, yes, I want to do this.
By the time I come to you, yeah, that means I've given you permission, I'm okay. My problem is, I'm on the stage, or maybe I've Kale, like you said, I'm in the crowd, and then you have the audacity, just because I'm dancing with you or whatever, touching you, you have the audacity to touch my private part. What are you doing? Why are you messing around with my private parts?
Sexual harassment.
I will not say Ugandan men are horny. No. Yeah? But also obazibera mpisa z'abantu okitegeera Uganda there is that kind of thing. You see when you travel and go to like some Arab countries, kebe Turkey, kebere Dubai, omukazi oyambala nga bw'oyagala and no one is supposed to touch you. Okitegeera olinga yakutte kuwadde n'okutunulira ennyo weeba ogenda n'oloopa. It's already sexual harassment. So abantu babeera disciplined. However, in Uganda, like we have a lot of traditional norms as well. In that, woyambala akantu akampi bakulabanga sitaani, you know, when you wear something that is a little bit indecent, yeah, abantu bayinza okuvuma ku street. So when you see these girls being treated like that, I think it's also because of the way they dress. Because now olaba omuntu nga Rema is very decent. None of these things has happened to Rema because people have that respect. Because she knows how to dress when she's going into public. Ochirabaye. Kati ngamba Rema is dressed mobo buntu ebwayambala biwanvu bulungi oli omuntu agana tandikirawa. You get it? But when you see the way Winnie dresses on stage, nange nembera mu photo shoot era nange wento wembera but you know togenda kusanga mu photo shoot atotandike kunkwatirira. Wangu wali no ndi ne photographer ne team ochitegeera. But you're performing. Then Vinka, the way she was dressed, you saw. So why wouldn't a honey fella bebintu babeeramu abantu banywa omwenge batamidde lwaki abatagenda mukwata okoli abafaaniwo okitegeera.
Here is the key about that. Rema enyimba zakuba, it's not the same as for Winnie Nwaji or Vinka or likes of Martha Mukisa. It's totally different. Rema cannot come into the public singing, which song, let me say, which song? Ngayambadde nga bo. But kati bali, in the category of music they sing, that's how they could dress, over they could get like happier than the other way of Rema would dresses to their fans. Ate ebintu ebirala buli omu abako ne kyawulira kyayagala. Even Rema can wear that. Naye ogenda kwesanga nga si ye. Okitegeera. Kati tolaba Nwaji waba agenda ku mikolo ayambala Gomez oba webiba bya mishanana n'agyambala. Nti some point bw'oba olabye performance za dancehall nga bwa performinga mu masomero, si bwa performinga mu mabaala, si bwa performinga ku TV. There is always a difference. Yeah? So kati Vinka nabo bambala Gomez, Martha Mukisa bambala Gomez, but where? Ate ogenda kwesanga nga n'ennyimba ze bayimbyeyo eyo zeze nnyimba ezigwa mu biti by'okwambala we batyo.
One, we need to get like real physical security at the venue. Because katinganze for my incident yembale ka clip mwala bako katono. Omwala ali like ali crazy. Chitegede naye kifolo kuba security ali nyingi bajja ne bamukwata ne bamujjawo chitegede oboli awo yandi isize sati yange or something. Ate nga batakikola nti mu bubi naye abere excited. So twetaaga security emalaba naye mu bifo. N'ekirala tuongere okusensitizing abafans baffe nti tetuli properties zaabwe bw'abeera asasudde show najja okulaba asasulidde that time for that service abeera ta owninga muntu nga bonogamba mboguze art piece ewaka nti bw'oyagala kati ogisiimula oba ogikwata bwoti. No, kindly let us deliver the services professionally, respectively, and with a lot of love, because twetaaga nyumirwe nga nkola naawe onyumirwe nga nkukolera.
Definitely, I have an organization. It's Day One. Day One means my day one. Someone you run to tell exactly what has just happened to you before you even tell your family. That is why we call it Day One, because you can speak to your day one, something you cannot tell your mother. So they can always, I have so many cases. It's really, really nasty. It's very embarrassing, but this is Uganda. This is my country. What we've decided is to raise awareness. We have different campaigns that we've tried to do, but we also need the government. We're calling upon the government. Sexual harassment, rape cases have so many in Uganda, but the problem comes in when you go to the police, your cases disappear depending on who you've reported. So we want the police to have a hand in this, to help us catch these people, to help us get to the end of the story until the victim gets justice. So we call upon all government organization leaders to also start preaching about this. This is a culture that we were not raised through, because some men you tell, I'm helping a 15-year-old girl that was raped and is now pregnant. But when you tell this to some men, they tell you, so this is the thing. So we have to educate. It's about educating people. It's raising awareness and it will never stop. This is something we have to keep talking about day and night, because we have to teach our men and girls out there.
We need to educate ourselves. We need to research about these things. We need to go and read about them. We need to listen to people on podcasts. They talk about such stuff. We need to take them really serious. Yeah, but there's nothing like we can do as ourselves to take it away. We just need to, take step by step. We need to research about such things.
Artists have baina ekigundi ekibagatta, right? Baina ekibuni ekibagatta. Tebana bakulonda, right? Yaba name models are ignored. I don't know why. Anyway, kati for artists, baina ekibuni ekibagatta. But ulenga ba artists, let them discuss about these things. bamanye n'omanya nti abantu baffe temugenda bakyusa. There is no law eyogera ku kintu ng'ekyo nti tokwata ku muyimbi ng'akola ki ng'ayimba. Oli abeera faani wo bambi aba akwagala. Efaani bye twekulano mbiraba bulijjo. We go to the beach etulaga abaana emibiri. Kati omwana wakutuukirako nga yayima dda. Actually, there is a guy who told me, mwana Dora wepanka, Doreen wepanka, naye nakumala dda. Ne mugamba, what do you mean? The guy told me, I go on your Instagram, I check out all those images of bikini, and I work on myself. Nangamba nakumala dda, you know? So kati oyo efaani basista yange bebeekolwa Winnie Nwaji bavinka bani. When you look at some of the images of Winnie, kati tell me, guy faani waali eyo yamala dda, kati faani wamutuukirako nga lwaki tamukwatako? Faani aba yayimye dda. So let them try to be decent as well, you know? Yeah.
Tewali kiyinza kukireducinga nga bafaani bo tebeefuze nga because togenda gamba muyimbi jangu musali togenda musalirawo nti jangu ng'oyambadde bulungi. N'abambadde obulungi olaba batugamba nti obeera oyambadde bubi. Osobola okwambala ka swimsuit nga kayita muno but ku mubiri nga teguli mwereere otaddeko bodies nga bbiri ne neeti emu. Because nti ebeera yakalayo n'omubiri omuntu akirabira eyo agenda agamba Dancehall akoze eki akunamye. Naye nga bw'anaakutuukirira tolina mubiri gw'ogenda kulaba. Kati bo balina mentality eyo nti omuntu akunamye. Ate abalala bebetulaba betukopa oba nabo bebeegomba bebakunama, they don't talk about it. So tewali ngeri gye kigenda kuggwaawo unless bafaani bo bekolamu oba omulimu kuba ne unateekawo security oli gy'ava mu bwangu obw'ekitalo nakwata someone's private parts. Oba simanyi naye tunagamba nti mubasibe togenda kusiba muntu yenna. It's all about the fun. Beddeko bambi baddemu ku mpisa wali tuba tugenze kunyumirwa kuba kati ojja kukwata Dancehall ali short tempered akusambe akukube mukomekereze. Ojjukira ogambye yabadde mutamiivu. Omutamiivu tanywa gukola ki? Tanywa gwe oba taba agambwa. Nze nja kukuba oshotingirewo kuba already obwongo bwo bwajampinze dda. Tufune ebizibu fembi. Kati abatamiivu beefuge baddeko eri emabega amanye nti obanze munnange sisobola. But why would you do that, man? It is such a disrespect thing, bro. Meaning newake wo gy'obeera mukazi wo mutreatinga bubi. Oba ne waba gambye, you know what, to them in non modes, bro. Obeera nga you can force him or her into that action. Kuba wano already olaze empisa embi what you are, chicholi, you know? I don't like it, man. Bafaani bambi tweddeko tubaagala nnyo bire bitubikolera mu kuba mu abaswima aye ne mutuwa amaanyi tweyongereyo. Naye olumu musuka.
There you have it. I think you've listened to the opinions from the people actively in the industry. Era bibogedde obiwulidde. Nkiwa balina ensonga buli omu ayogedde ku kino nayogera ku kiri causes ate twambala bubi anedda abamu bambala bubi ate kati nze nja kusamba ate nja kukola ntya. But it's been lovely. We've had Ritah the dancer. We've had Ritah the dancer. We've had Judith. We've had Chozen Blood. We've had Dance Mamweta. We've had Doreen Kabareebe, Doreen Nasasira, and there'll be more episodes of this coming up, but in the due course of the week. But for now, I think the show ends here. This is the Chit Chat show, and it happens every Thursday at 4 p.m. on this same Facebook page and YouTube page. If you're watching again, press the subscribe button. If you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on Facebook, like, follow. Twitter, we are there. Instagram, we are there. TikTok, we are there. Just follow us, and we have you right where you need us. If it's entertainment, it's Mbu.ug. My name is Joshua B. We meet again next Thursday.